foot 30 degrees relative to the straight line, which is 0 degrees. Your front foot wants to follow the straight line, and you want to turn your toes inward 45 degrees. Right now, your front leg should be bent, your back leg should be straight, and your hips should be squared to your target. If you're off center here and someone pushes you from the front, you'll easily get tipped over. Make sure that you're directly in line with your target. So the next question is, how much should we bend our front leg? You want to bend your front knee enough so that when you look down, you can't see your foot. If you can see your foot, then that means you should bend your knee more. However, don't bend it too much where your knee is coming in front of your foot. If you're doing all this correctly, your weight should be distributed 60% to the front leg and 40% to the back leg. Stance 2 or stance. Alright, so you want to start off with opening your legs out. Your shoulder wants to be in between your outer foot and the center of your chest, and this goes for this side as well. From here, you want to turn your toes inward around 5 degrees and bend your knees as much as you can. Your hips wants to be out, your back wants to be straight, and if you're doing all this correctly, then your weight should be distributed 50-50. Stance 3, kneeling stance. Alright, so you want to start off with pointing your back foot straight out. Your front foot wants to follow that straight line, and you want to turn your toes inward 45 degrees. From here, you want to bend both knees 90 degrees. You should have a fist gap between your front heel and your back knee, and a fist gap between the ground and your back knee. If you're doing all this correctly, then your weight should be distributed 70% to the front leg and 30% to the back leg. Drop stance. Alright, so you want to start off with opening your legs out. The distance between your shoulder to your outer foot should be greater than the distance between your shoulder to the center of your chest. From here, you want to point your toes straight out so that it's parallel to each other. After you do that, you want to bend one knee enough so that your thigh is directly on top in line with your foot. If you're doing all this correctly, then your weight should be distributed 80% to this bent leg and 20% to the straight leg. Stance 5, tower stance. Alright, so you want to start off with lifting one leg up. The pivot foot, which is on the ground, wants to be straight out. The lifted toe wants to point to the ground. Your knee wants to be above your belt level, and it wants to be in the center of your body. You don't want it out here, but you want it right in the middle. Stance 6, tiger stance. Alright, so you want to start off with opening your back foot 30 degrees. Your front foot wants to follow the straight line, and you want to turn your toes inward 45 degrees. From here, you want to lift your front heel up, and you want to stand on the ball of your foot. Both of your knees should be slightly bent, and 90% of your weight should be in your back leg. Stance 7, cross stance. Alright, so you want to start off with pointing your front foot forward. The other leg wants to follow a straight side path, and you want your foot pointing sideways 90 degrees where your feet are perpendicular to each other. From here, you want to bend your back knee 90 degrees you want a fist gap between your back knee and your front heel and your back knee to the ground. If you're doing all this correctly, 80% of your weight should be in your front leg, 20% of your weight should be in your back leg. Stance 8, twist stance. Alright, so you want to start off with pointing your back foot straight. Your front foot wants to follow a straight line. You want to turn your toes inward 45 degrees. From here, you want to bend both knees slightly. You want to turn and twist your hips outward where you can feel a coil between your upper and lower body. After you do that, you want to lift your back heel up and stand on the ball of your foot. If you do all this correctly, then your weight should be distributed 50-50. And you want to feel very centered.